Coming to you live from Southern California, the show brings you the game of the week. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. Towing the slab in today's game, Tyler Glasnow. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singy.
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA. And, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield. I'm loving every minute of it.
Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Yeah, that's outside. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. And that's inside and a good at-bat ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So, man aboard. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He was late there, strike one.
We're watching a former Rays pitcher today in Glasnow. He had plenty of good years in Tampa Bay before being traded. He's not the first pitcher with dominant stuff the Rays have dealt. Blake Snell, David Price, and James Shields definitely come to mind, Boog.
Swing and a miss.
No ball. Be straight.
That's outside. Yeah, the count 1-2. Albies stands at first with one out. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Matt Olson, 0 for 6 in the series so far. And first offering is fouled off. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the third and final game of the series. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position. Late on that fastball.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one ripped. And that's a fair ball. Ozzie flying around third. He'll score. Oh, the throw is wild. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Austin Riley in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. The 1-0. And another ball.
No strike.
Next pitch misses inside, and it's 3-0. Jurickson Profar on deck for Atlanta. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And a 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting in this one, Spencer Strider. What should we keep an eye on here?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Come on, Freddie.
Curve, hit right back to him. Slings to first, 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Mookie Betts.
Yeah, he's been swinging it really well over the last few weeks, man. An OPS over 900 last month. He's put the team on his back, just carrying these guys. Definitely the guy you want up there right now, especially when you need a big swing of the bat.
And now the rookie second baseman. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Mookie Betts. 4 for 7 in the series, so he's been good. Now this is in the air down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Strider deals. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. In the dirt, blocked. Turns and fires to Betts. Base knock, center field. Coming home. The relay. He'll score easily. It's 1-1.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here comes Max Muncy, looking pretty good at the plate. He's 4 for 10 in the series. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Fought off foul. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. And there are 2 outs. And now Teoscar Hernandez. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. And there's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Betts at second with 2 down. On the ground, Allen whips it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Dodgers with a run-scoring double, all even at 1 apiece. We head to the second in MLB The Show's Game of the Week. And we're back. Here's Profar now.
Left fielder,
Profar getting the start in left, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Glass now back to work. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Kind of just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
In the dirt, and the count's even at 2. And that's outside. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here's Jared Kelenic. Ball 1 there.
1 ball. No strike.
And it's even up. That's down and in. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Here's Sean Murphy. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. comes up empty. That's strike two.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
That one not close. And it's 1-2. Making 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to him, Will Smith. That one's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Strider ready to fire now. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Michael Conforto will climb in. And a slider in there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And ball 1. Here's a 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. And here comes Tommy Edman. That's in there. It's strike 1 on Edman. That one missed. Smith, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Profar. Out number 2. James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Here is Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. They get the force, and that is that. Dodgers strand a couple. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Nick Allen. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Slider right there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. And that one just missed off the outside edge. One out, bases empty. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that one fouled off. Here's a 2-2. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. The walk and a run scored his first time. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Two out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Second baseman, number 6.
In the air, right field. Acuna there. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Betts. He doubled home a run in his first AB. That's in there. That's strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. And takes low for ball one. Ripped to first, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Ground ball, Olsen. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for L.A. Score remains deadlocked at 1. On to the fourth. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit.
Marcell Ozuna.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Go ahead run on base. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Runner at first with no outs here. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. First and second, no outs. Here comes Austin Riley. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Ozuna, the lead runner at second. Olsen on at first with nobody out. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swings and misses. 2-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Jurickson Profar in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Profar climbs in on that left side. And a swing and a miss there.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And the 0-1 comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Runners at first and second with one gone. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
And next for Atlanta, Jared Kellner. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Very high with that one. 1-2 the count.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Throw on to Freeman. Third out. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We're midway in the 4th. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. And a curve drops in for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one fouled off. Outside low, ball 1. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
And it's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And here is Michael Conforto. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Just missed. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Strider checks over to first, and he's back. That's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Fly to left his first time. Just missed.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
The 1-0.
Strike one.
That one to first. It's in and out of his glove. Still able to fire over. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. 2 on, 1 out. James Outman, the next to hit. There's a strike. Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that's outside. 2 balls and a strike.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 on, 1 out. Just off the inside edge.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Kicks and fires. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Grounder might be 2. Fires to second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Glass now back to work. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. His first at bat was a strikeout. Swings through that.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. And a swing and a miss. Check swing, and he held up.
1-2.
Next pitch misses outside, and the count is even 2-2. That one missing inside.
Cancel.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. Smith gathers, throws, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Back to the top of the lineup, Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Freddie Freeman. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Freeman goes 6 feet 5 inches, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Good hitters count the 2-0. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Here's a 2-1. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a good start to the inning.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Now the number 2 hitter, 1 for 2. And that is out of play. On the ground to the left. Over to Albies. And that's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's Mookie now. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And there's a ball. That one off the mark. 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that's down and away.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And a strike in there.
Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Muncy stands in now and watches strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That's
One
inside.
Ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Over to Albies. That's the 3rd out. So the Dodgers leave 1. Still tied 1-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Luis Garcia. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Luis
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. He is struck out, and he is walked. There's a strike.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the
strike.
quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Next offering is outside.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Here's a 1-1.
2-1.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The 2-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Ozuna now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. One down, base is empty.
Ball one.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike two.
One ball. Two strike.
All tied up, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
Ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Bats up with it on the run. Sends it over to first. And they get the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here is Matt Olson. And first offering is fouled off. Just
That's away.
missed. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Next offering is downstairs.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swings and misses, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. So they make short work of them there. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. All tied 1-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
There's a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
That one in the dirt. Now 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And it remains 2-2. Got him swinging. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
That's a really great job of sequencing. Pitch before, good fastball through the zone, and as a hitter, you got to be ready to get on that with 2 strikes. He breaks it off. Good slider to the outside corner of the plate. Tell you what, that was a really good pitch.
Smith in the box now. No balls and a strike. Up the middle, all these. Throws to first in time, and they get the out on Smith.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Check swing, called strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Tapped back up the middle. And he'll be safe at first.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. So a man at first. Tommy Edman at the plate. Ripped to the right center. Base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one at the knees for a strike. With the go-ahead run at third here in the bottom of the 6th. And fouled off. Out to short. Over to Albies. And that is the inning. 2 left on. 7th inning coming up. All tied 1-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Blake Trinan.
Blake Trinan.
So here's Riley now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Late with the swing there. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Profar stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. And the 1-0. Profar gets a piece there. That's ripped. Base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Go-ahead run on base. And the batter now, Jared Kelenic. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Maybe a 2-ball. 5 to second, pulls him off the bag. So here's Murphy now. Swings through that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop at it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. There's a strike. Profar, the lead runner, out at second. Kelnick on at first with 2 down. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got it! They miss a big chance to take the lead here late.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
First baseman, number 5.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Aaron Bummer.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Really important at bat coming up now.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Now it's the second baseman. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Go-ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out.
Whoa.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And a base hit. And 2 on now as they try to rally here.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot. So coming into the game now on defense, Eli White. He'll be patrolling center field.
Number 36, Eli White.
Oh, and he hit him.
Well, things starting to unravel out there on the mounds. Giving up a few hits. Now he's hitting guys. He's got to find a way to compose himself or he's not going to be out there much longer.
Muncy up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Just missed.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Comes a 2-2.
3-2.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Bomber deals. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Drops into the glove. Runners tagging from second and third. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
Well, this is a big at bat right here. Nice sac fly to give his team the lead in these late innings.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson into the game.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Right through there for a strike.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
2 on, 1 out.
Whoa.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Outside. And that's ball 3.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away. You get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Johnson fires.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And now here is Michael Conforto. Hit hard but foul off to the left. This to center field. Albies makes his way towards it, brings it in, and that'll do it. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Braves 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Evan Phillips.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Back to the top of the order now. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the bullpen. Tanner Scott up and throwing. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
The 1-1. Out to short. Betts. 1 up, 1 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
The next pitch misses, and 1-1. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. The Dodgers holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Ozuna, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Upstairs.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Outside corner, got him looking. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back here in L.A., ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, Tommy Edman. Johnson measures 6 feet 2 inches, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
One strike.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Flip to the pitcher is in time. And that's out number 1 on a tough play. James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the... Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. A new pitcher in the game, Dylan Lee.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Pitch is in there, and it's 0-1.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Here's your 1. Right through there for a strike.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield. Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Next to the dish is Freddie. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay, who was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Offense held in check there through 8 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Braves 1. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Tanner Scott. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season.
Number 66, Tanner.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And a swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Got it. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
And first offering is fouled off. Scott, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. And that's outside.
One ball, one strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And misses inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Got him swinging. Braves down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, two strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. 1 for 3. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
They're down to their final strike. The Braves down to their final strike. That misses, and the count is 1-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, we saw a lot of good pitching and defense in this ball game. When you have a low-scoring game, it's imperative that the players stay on their toes, ready to make plays behind their pitcher, and they did exactly that. It's an excellent win. Everyone goes in the clubhouse feeling really good about themselves.
And your final 3-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.